Welcome students for the second lecture on NDP. So in the first lecture we have covered some basics regarding 8087, features of the 8087, NDP data types with simple explanation or simply covering the explanation. We had not covered any examples regarding this and started with the architecture of 8087. So architecture is divided into two sections, control unit and NEU, numeric execution unit, and we have seen the details regarding this, and we are studying about the control word and status word, these registers. So details regarding each component we had not studied. So right now we are learning about these words or these status word or control word registers. So before starting with these registers, I would like to cover here a point, exception handling in 8087. So exception, this it means disturbance to my normal execution. Disturbance may be caused because of some any reason. So any reason which can be invalid operation or any underflow or overflow can be there. So this is just required in order to cover the exactly results or appropriate operations. So here, while intermediate results may not be proper to perform that operation, these problems can be there. So microprocessor is having its own way to handle such exceptions. The 8087, while executing an instruction, may generate 6 different exceptions. Any of these exceptions, if generated, causes an interrupt to the CPU, provided that that exception is not masked. The CPU will respond if the interrupt flag of the CPU is set. It means there is one flag in 8086 which IF, which if set allows for the interrupts, and if it is reset it doesn't allow for the exceptions. So these exceptions can be masked. If the exceptions are masked, masking it means ignoring the interrupts. The 8087 continues the execution independent of the responses from the CPU. That 8087 will continue go on executing its own instructions and doesn't wait for the any response from the CPU regarding the interrupts. And if any of these 6 exceptions is masked and it is detected, the 8087 modifies the corresponding bit in the status registers that this exception is generated and executes an on-chip exception handler that allows it to execute continue with the execution. So here for each exception a separate routine is there in order to handle that exception, which is deciding how that exception or how that error can be removed or can be provided with the service. So first exception, invalid operation. So these are the exceptions generated due to stack overflow, stack underflow, or intermediate form as result, or not a number as an operand. Next, overflow, a too big result to fit in the format generates this exception. This condition code bits indicate the result is prohibitively large, that is infinity. Underflow, the result generated is too small in magnitude to fit in the specified format. 8087 generates this exception. If this exception is masked, 8087 denormalizes the fraction until the exception fits in the specified destination format. Next, zero divide. If any non-zero finite operand is divided by 0, this exception is generated. The resulting condition code bits indicate that the result is infinitively even if the exception is masked. Denormalized operand. This exception is generated if at least one of the operand is denormalized. This may be generated if result is denormalized. If it is masked, 8087 continues the execution normally. In exact result, if it is impossible to fit the actual result in the specified format, the result is rounded according to the rounding control bits and an exception is generated. This sets the persistent exception flag. So this is regarding these exception handling in 8087. So let us see now status word. So status word gives the overall status of the 8087. So here we can see there are exception bits from 0 to 7. So which are giving which exception is generated or not generated. So setting of these bit, it means that that particular exception is generated. So exception flag, this gives what is the status of exception flag. So B0 to B5, these are giving the 5 status bits of each of these exceptions. Next, C0, C1 and C2, these are the condition codes, and these 3 bits give the top of the pointer or top of the stack. And 15, so this is used in order to indicate the busy condition of the microprocessor. Busy condition of the microprocessor, whether microprocessor is executing any of the operation or not executing any of the operation. Exception flag is set if any of the flag bits, that whatever the flag bits are there, if any of the flag bit is set, this flag will be set. Condition codes, these are used in order to represent various conditions of the coprocessor. Let us move towards the next register, control word register. So status is only read only register, but control word register we can modify the contents of any this register. So this is used in order to control the registers. Control register controls the operating modes of 8087. So let us start from the MSB, infinity control, first bit. So out of 16 bits, so whatever MSB 4 bits are there, so these are reserved for 80387. So it means the higher versions of the 8087, and these are again used in the Pentium series, etc. So in case of 8087, the first microprocessor, these bits are not used. Next, bit 11 and 10. So these are the rounding controls. So here rounding control, it means that whenever result is inexact, in that case we can go for the rounding. So 2 bits gives 2 combinations, 00, 01, 10 and 11. So if 00 is there, round to the nearest or even. 01 is there, round down towards minus infinity. 10 is there, round up towards the plus infinity. And if 11 is there, truncate towards 0. So this is given by these 2 bits. Next, precision control. Precision control, again 2 bits. So these are used in order to control the precision. 00 decides single precision. 01, this combination we are not using in case of 8087. So this is reserved for the higher versions of 8087. If 10 is there, this is a double